Now, if you're a man, there's a possibility that you might have found yourself in this situation in which you and your sister or your fiancé, both in the same house, are literally going through a flu. And for some reason, your sister seems to be quite okay. She's just having a few sneezes here and there. But you as a man are completely sick and are literally sleeping on the bed, struggling with blocked nose, fever, body aches and everything. And all of a sudden, you've heard people say that men tend to be weaker than women because men tend to be more sick and everything, extremely sick, while women tend to be less sick. You might be surprised to realize that there is a complete biological explanation as to why men tend to be completely or extremely sick whenever they encounter a flu as compared to women. And this is very interesting. Women tend to have higher levels of estrogen, and estrogen tends to boost the immunity of women in that whenever they're having an infection, the immune system tends to react very fast and tends to deal with the infection within a very short period of time. And as a result, women tend to recover quite easily whenever they have a flu or any other kind of infection, while men tend to have high levels of testosterone. Now, testosterone tends to suppress the immune system of men, and as a result, whenever men tend to have an infection, let's say a viral infection or a bacterial infection, it takes a while for the immune system to catch up and start responding to this infection, and as a result, they tend to have more symptoms, tend to experience the symptoms much more as compared to women. But also, the testosterone in the men bodies tend to stimulate production of inflammatory proteins such as cytokines in very huge amounts, and these cytokines are the reason why you tend to have body aches, you tend to have blocked nose, sinuses and everything. In addition to that, and this is very important, women tend to go through a lot of pain in life, they tend to have painful periods, etc., and as a result, they tend to be more tolerant to pain as compared to men.